Hello everyone and welcome to my solo RPG journal. Today we are playing game 5, I believe, of the Age of Fantasy Skirmish campaign that I am playing. So this is mission 3, and we're going to be pitching two teams against each other, two warbands against each other. This time around, the Litwin Scouts are facing off Chavel's Troupe. The Litwin Scouts has not changed. We did have to buy back Harel from slavery because he was caught in a random thing in the last game, which basically took up all the earned XP. But the troop hasn't changed. However, Chavel has hired a human wizard. So we've got two heroes now in this warband. Lucius Catus, the human wizard. Actually, I should make him unique so that he shows up on other boards as well. And so that is going to be the matchup today. The human wizard has a bunch of spells, and otherwise the warband hasn't changed, but it does mean that they have a 190 XP, 190 point cost warband, facing off against 165 point cost warband. So, I know that I've spent 190 points in order to make people come back, but the warband cost is actually only 165, so they're going to have a number of underdog points. The Litwin Scouts are going to have a number of underdog points to go into the game. Now, looking at the scoreboards before we get into it, Chavel's Troupe are in the lead by 1.5 points. At the end of this, who knows what will happen? If they pull ahead and score a large number of victory points, then might be able to stay there, even if they lose. However, if the Litwin Scouts pulls ahead in this game, they will probably put them in the lead. However, the scores are all rather close, so anything can happen. And we have done deployment. Or we have deployed, I probably should say, and set up objectives. So, Objective 1 is hidden away here at the forest right next to the Litwin Scouts deployment zone. They've got, interestingly enough, one-page rules has nothing. The objective setting up rules are it must be outside the deployment zone, and each objective cannot be more than 9 inches away from each other. It has to be more than 9 inches away from each other. So Objective 2 is, again, just outside the deployment zone, with some cover, and Objective 3 is up here on the roof. Objective 4 is then down here at the edge of the board, and Objective 5 is just over 9 inches away, 11 inches away, behind these, I should know what those are called, spiky things. And then Objective 6 is all the way over here. Troops are deployed as follows. Chavel 1, and he's got his wizard and his spearman. His wizard, his spearman, and his crossbowman holding the fort over here, while he is leading his swordsman over to take this objective. Litwin Scouts have put both of their archers on the roof. We have not used the scout ability to get another 12 inches up. Oh, I see what she's done there. Hang on, that's the wrong one. That one's the scout. This one, yeah, that's 12 inches. This one was just sitting just outside the deployment zone by 1 inch. This one is a scout and so can sit 12 inches outside the deployment zone. We've got our swordsman, our infantryman here. I've forgotten his name. I'm terrible with names. Sorel is here. And Elora is here at the forest edge. So, next to the objective. So everyone's set up to take some objectives. But what are they actually aiming to do this game? So, the Litwin scouts have a special objective of honor, which is they can't end the game with anyone, their opponents inside the deployment zone. They have drawn the following objectives: cut them down, which is basically remove enemy units from the board. This can be scored for 1 or 2 points. There is the possibility to score it for 5 points, but maybe I can actually do it. It might have been, was it 5 or 6? Cut them down. Cut them down. Destroy. Oh, no, I can't achieve it because it's destroy 6 or more enemy units for 5 victory points. They've only got 5 victory points, but that's okay. And seize 1, which they're ready to do. Maybe I should have reversed the objective things. I'd sort of set the objective things because of where I picture the top of the board. The top of the board being this side with the house, and then just gone top left to right down the board. And then when you draw the things and they get seize objectives on your side of the board right next to your deployment zone, they both did it. Chavel's Troupe, on the other hand, their special objective is casting, which is they must cast 1 spell a round, or the wizard must attempt to cast 1 spell a round, or counterspell 1 spell a round. This means that the wizard has to stay alive for the duration of the game, and must actually be in a situation where he can cast a spell. They also pulled Terrify, which is cause the enemy to fail morale checks. It's unlikely that they're going to score more than 1 victory point off that. C6, which they actually are poised to do in the first round. And Volley Fire, which is to remove enemy units specifically with melee fire. So, we are ready to jump in. Ooh, I've just realized I don't have... What was his name? Lucius Catus. Let's do that. In my list of troops. So, with that, there's a rule I keep forgetting, which we're going to play. Random events. At the beginning of each round, players must roll 1 die. On a 5+, a random event happens. So, we're going into round 1, and we're just going to Chavel 1, so Chavel goes first, but we're going to roll for both players to see the random events first up. Okay, Chavel gets a random event. Both sides get random events. So, rolling for Chavel's. 50... 55... 55, lucky escape. Select 1 random unit that is stunned, which immediately stops being stunned. Too bad, so sad. That has no effect. $21. Unsafe ladders. Until the end of the mission, whenever a unit climbs up elevation, roll 1 die. On a 1, it falls the full height instead. Ooh. Okay. Good thing I don't plan on climbing any ladders, climbing up any elevation. They're already up there, and everyone else is going to be moving forward. So, Let's begin round 1. I just realized my volume was loud enough that was probably good for my voice, but picking up a lot of extra noise. So we'll go with this. Round 1. Chavel's Troupe gets to go first. These crossbowmen can't see anyone, except for these archers over here, but I already know they're out of range. I measured it already, and they can't hit anyone. So they also can't get any closer without coming off the thing. So they won't move. Let's instead move 1, 2, 3. So I want to move you to here. You to here. Hang on, was that close enough? Yeah. I can get a little bit further. Let's just check that movement. Must be within 6 inches of all other members. That's right. And is it within 2? Must stay within 2 inches of at least one other member and within 6 inches of all other members. So if I then go to almost 2, we get to that line here. Okay, they are within range. Not within range to capture that objective. Now if I move the whole group, they're within 6. Oh, within 3? Within 3. They are able to capture both of those objectives. So that's going to leave them there. Looking at the shots that they've got. So we can see into the forest. They've got gaps between those trees, but we will count that as cover. And I was thinking before, I'm going to count both forests as rough terrain. I think that's what it's called. So we can see. Neither of them can actually see Chavel, but they can see the infantryman. So we will attack the infantryman. You're actually going to move up 1. You are in range because your bow has a range of 30 inches. And this is the Guardian. Adana the Guardian. She hits on 4s. So she'll hit on 5s because of the cover. I think technically she gets -1 to her rolls. But yeah, hitting on 5s. 2 attacks. Both miss. So let's put some markers down to say you have shot and activated. Okay, yep. If I can get them in the right spot. And you need a marker as well. And that brings us to Chavel. Those crossbowmen cannot see anyone still. Let's look at the spells. Let's look at those wizard spells. I've gone way too far there. Here we go. Wizard spells. Vines, target enemy units within 12. Target enemy units within 12. Target friendly unit within 12 inches. It gets regeneration next time it is. So I might cast Regrowth. Yeah, I might just activate the wizard and cast Regrowth. Oh no, I'm on the wrong wizard spells. Target friendly unit within 12 and give it +1 next time it fights. Oh, is fight specifically melee? Shooting melee. No, I don't think it is. Fighting is not specifically melee. So I can go +1 to next time the crossbowmen fight, potentially. Protection, I can give them regeneration next time that they're wounded. They've also got this called Magic Wind, which gives something an extra 6 inches of movement if you're trying to charge. So yeah, I'm going to cast Wild Form, and I am a Wizard 1. So on a 3-up, whoa. Rolling a die for the Wizard on a 3-up, this lot will get +1. Okay. Now, going to color their base so I remember. We're going to go orange. So they will have a +1 on their next attack. So that brings us back over to Litwin Scouts. Oh, I need to mark you as activated. And I'm going to take... What's his name? I gave them names. I should remember their names. Sorrel is going to take 2 shots at the infantrymen. Now, Sorrel is a lone watcher. He hits on 3s, so he's actually going to hit on 4s. 2 hits, so they need to make 2 saves at 5+. They make 1 save, and they lose 1 model. And so Sorrel has been activated, and he has fought. And with that, we're going... Both of those guys have moved up. We're going to move... We're going to activate the swordsmen and move them in behind this rock so they cannot be shot at again. And that means I need to actually start moving some of these troops up. So my tree man Athras is just going to move 12 inches towards the objective. He can't do much else this round. He's not going to get into combat until next round at least. So, next up, Chavel. He is also going to move in behind this rock so as not to get shot up. On the at the beginning of the next turn. Not Sorrel. It's definitely not Sorrel. Sorrel is the Lone Watcher. No, Harrell is the Lone Watcher. Sorrel is this guy. This guy is going to move up here. His model is not visible. The crossbowmen, they are now able to see Athros. One of them can hit Athros. Two of them can hit. Only one of them can hit Athros. But it is their turn. So I'm just going to scrunch these guys up a little bit. And this guy's going to come over here. So, from your base, the edge of your base, 31, 30. I'm gonna say it's in range because it's exactly 30. And so we're going to get 3 shots at him. Now, they've got +1 to hit. So they usually hit on a 4. No, they usually hit on a 5, right? Yeah, so they're hitting on 4s. They only get the 1 hit. So Athros, the Tree Man, has a defense of 5. Which he makes. So he does not take any wounds. And that is their turn. They have expended their shot. And the only unit left to activate on the board is Eleanor. What was her name? Elora Litwin. Elora. And so she is going to move. She's going to move up here. And we're just going to call it that there, I think. She is going to cast Regeneration on herself. Hang on, is she in 12? She is in 12 of the other guy. Sorel. She's in 12 of Sorel, so she can cast Regrowth on him. And she's a wizard too, I think. Yeah, wizard 2. So that's actually, so she needed a 3 to get that off successfully, and she rolled a 4. So he now has regeneration, and she has activated. So we're here. We're going to claim this one, this one, and this one for Litwin Scouts. This objective is claimed by Chavel's Troupe, and so is this objective and this objective, because remember I painstakingly measured out the distances there, so those are both taken. Litwin Scouts do seize 1. On round 1 for 1 victory point. Chavel's Troupe do seize 6. On round 1 for 1 victory point. And Lucius casts Wild Form. Round 1. That's important because we need to know that so that we can get the casting special objective. So that brings us to round 2. Now the first thing to do for round 2, the beginning of round 2, is to roll a couple of new objectives. Before we end, actually, do I want to discard any of these? Cut them down? No. Delve deep? No, I think we can manage that. I might if I'm going to discard it, I'll discard it at the end of round 2 probably. Terrify, too early to say, and volley fire. Yeah, volley, that should be fine. Okay, so let's roll. Chavel's Troupe will be going first. So we will roll Chavel first. 3. Is that 33? Hold 3. I should remember that one. Here we go. Hold 3. Now this is where we start to have to actually try and push into enemy territory. And rolling for Litwin Scouts, 23. Seize 3. Now that's really good for them because it's already seized. So they'll be able to claim a victory point at the end of this turn if Chavel's Troupe can't take it off them. Now we have to roll a die to see if... so Chavel is going to be... Chavel gets a random encounter of 44. Random events. 44 Opportunist. The first time during this round when a unit knocks out a stunned... okay. It gets an extra event. Ooh, I should... To event... Okay, so I probably should have recorded the events as well in the event log. Funny that. But too bad, too sad, so sad. I didn't the first time. It didn't really matter because nothing happened. But that just lets us go straight into round 2. What is the way to go about this approach? First of all, I think I should probably remove all the dice. And then we're going to cast the spell on these guys again. Wild Form. 4+, so on a 3 up, they get another +1 to hit. And he has activated. So that then brings us to not being able to shoot anyone. We're not, yeah, okay, so we're not able to shoot anyone. They have no targets. So Litwin Scout's objectives are cut them down, delve deep, and seize 3. Seize 3's up here, so that's fine. Cut them down is just kill stuff. So probably do want to start coming at the enemy troops there. Okay, so I think what we're going to do, we've got this unit with regeneration on it currently. So he is just going to charge to here. So I'm treating the fences as well as rough terrain. We're just going to have an inch of rough terrain there. But that means that the units with Strider just move straight through it. So he's moved up here. He has activated. He has not shot. He has not fought. He's not fought anything. Now, the obvious thing to do is we've only got one target, and that's going to get in the way. So for Chavel, current goals are to need to kill some stuff so they can start taking morale checks. So it doesn't really matter where I do that. Volley fire, I need to kill things with my crossbowmen. And we want to seize 3. Now, we've got this only one unit that's in range of the crossbowmen. That might change next turn as soon as I get to activate it for Litwin Scouts. He is also going to hold up these troops as they move across here towards them. So for them, I think the best thing to do is to shoot the tree man again. Oh, okay. So they have they have a quality of 5, but they've got the +1. So those all hit. One of them is a raw 6, however. So they have the special rule. I keep losing myself. Rending. It's because it's in the equipment as opposed to in special rules. They have rending. Rending. Unmodified rules of 6 count as having AP 4 and ignore the regeneration rule. So first of all, this guy gets to make 2 saves. on a treeman on a 5. He makes both of them. And now he has to make this on a 6. You always get a 6. He does not make that. So he takes his only wound and has to roll a wound check. Ah, okay. He's out. Which is both good and bad. It's good because the crossbowmen have removed a target. They have removed a whole unit, so that is 1 victory point at least. However, on the flip side to that, if we had knocked him down, the opportunist event is there, so they would have been able, whoever did charge and kill him would have gotten an extra 10 experience, which would have been good for better later games, not for this one. But that means I need to record crossbowmen killed Athros round 2. And they no longer have their +1. Now, I can see that they are going to be problematic from the Litwin Scout's perspective. I can't shoot anything else right now. Actually, I might be able to shoot that wizard potentially. See his head, or maybe even those spearmen. But that's not going to help me quite as much. So we're actually going to move Adana to the edge here, where she will be in range to shoot the crossbowmen, and she's going to take 2 shots. She's the guardian, so she hits on 4s. One hit, saving on 6s, I think. It's a 3, so they just move. They just lose 1 guy. Now, this is going to be difficult. How am I going to... I'll just put it at the top here. Actually, what was that to hit roll? That's a 1. There's no way that was going to hit. And I also get... yes, they're done... Now, these guys just shot. This guy. I think that the move is actually the spearmen here. They are able to charge. Oh, this guy's able to charge. Yeah, it's fine. Oh, he's able to get around. They're all able to just get there. So they're going to attack him, Sorel. So they've got 3 attacks and they hit on 5s. And they all miss. He is going to fight them back. Sorel is a warrior. He hits on 4s. He has 2-hand weapons. 1 hit. And they fail. So they will lose one more model and fall back an inch. He didn't take any wounds, so they didn't hit him to give wounds, right? Yes. Which means that his regeneration is still there, because it's not until he has to roll for wounds that the regeneration, he fails wound rolls, I think. I have to check that when he does fail some wound rolls. But they have all fought now. And they have all been activated. So, Litwin scouts, Harrell, is also in range of the bowman and is also going to take 2 shots. Again, only 1 hit. And they roll a 1 to save. So both of the archers have gone, which makes it pretty safe. So I think we're going to get 10 inches past those. Yeah, I'll just let them get to the other side. That's fair, I think. Which leaves Litwin, Elora Litwin, the only model left to go. She is going to... Where is she? She's in here somewhere. She's just going to move up 6, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. I just want to get here. And she's going to cast... Actually, I'm going to stay behind this tree, so I haven't moved quite as far, but I'm still within 12. Because wizard spells. Target enemy units within 12. Nope. To give them -1 to hit. Tree Stomp is target enemy units within 12 to... takes 1 hit with AP 2 Deadly 3. It's within 6 inches that you get the insect attack, which is the really OP one. Harmony, piece of terrain, no, harvest. I'm going to try rolling harvest. To try and take this Troupe off the board. So she's a wizard 2, which means that hits on a 4. Which I roll, which is good because I haven't had to use any of my underdog points yet. So they take 3 automatic hits with AP 2, which means that they have 3 saves to make that they can only make on 6s. They do not make any of them. So this guy's got 2 wounds. 3, 4, 5. Ooh, hang on. He might still be there. On a 5, he is stunned. And I better record that he has 2 wounds. Okay. Well, Elora has activated. And that is it for all of the Litwin Scout models because they lost a unit. So Chavel, last model to activate, is going to not even get to the other side of the... So I'll let him get to here. Yeah, so he's charging with 2 infantrymen to try and take this objective over here. And that brings us to the end of round 3. There's no objectives to change hands, but there are objectives to score. So I can't Litwin Scouts cannot score cut them down. They have not killed a unit yet. They've gotten close, but they haven't killed a unit yet. They can, however, score seize 3 because they already had 3 in their possession. So they are ending the round with 2 victory points. The Chavel's Troupe has... They can... Okay, so they can score volley fire now. In fact, I am going to score volley fire now because I don't know that the crossbowmen are going to last another round. And they can't score anything else at the moment. I am... Also... yeah, at this stage I'm not going to discard anything. I do need to recall that Lucius... Oi. What do you mean capital U? Undo. 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 Lucius has cast Wild Form a second time. And that's all that has happened that is worth noting down. Which brings us to round 3. Okay, so both teams have scored an objective, so they both need to draw a new objective card, mission card. So for Litwin, 66. And for Chavel, 13. So, okay, Chavel gets 13, which is seize 3, which is good because he's got hold 3 as well. So if he can get 3, then he can probably get 3 victory points out of it over the next 2 turns. It means he won't be scoring Terrify, but that's probably fine too. Now, 66, however... Take no prisoners. Win a melee by 3 or more wounds. Win a melee by... Oh. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to score that. I mean, it's technically possible, but it's just not going to happen. Okay, so Litwin goes first. Now, this is hard. because we've got a few models that are actually quite dangerous. Chavel and his 2 men are charging up here to take this, and I don't want that to happen because that will stop me from winning. He's already scored the marksman one, so the crossbowman is less of an issue, but he's still, you know, dangerous because he could kill a model. The wizard is also problematic because wizards are strong. Oh, I should have been given the crossbowmen cover. Oh well, it's too late now. I think what I'm going to do, hang on. All or nothing. Let's just fucking go for it. Elora's activating first. She's running up here. Oh no! She's not close enough. She's not close enough to that fucking crossbowman. Let's get her to the other side of the tree then. Be kind of here. She is within range of both of these 2 units then, so she's going to cast Insect Attack. 5+, target 2 enemy units within 6 inches, take 3 hits with AP2 each. So, to roll this, 5+, she's a wizard 2, so on a 3. No, not a 1! Fuck. Well, that didn't pay off at all then. If that was a 2, I'd be able to use an underdog point to make that a success. But on a 1, I can't do anything. So she is activated, and that's it. And so the obvious thing to do is to activate that wizard, I think. So, wizard spells. Fireball. Target unit within 12 inches takes 2 automatic hits with AP2. Leech. Target unit within 1 hit with AP4 and Deadly 3. Oh, I've got to do that. Wizard 3, Leech. So he's casting Leech on, targeting Elora on a 4 up. She's probably going to die. 6. All right. Well, this did not work out. This was the wrong play. So AP4. So she has to roll a 6 to save. She does not. She is out of the game. Let me just move this die over here to say that he has gone and record. Oh, I missed the events. Shit, let me do events. Lucius cast Leech. Lucius killed Elora Litwin. 3. Let's roll for events. So rolling for Elora's side. 6, Elora gets an event, and they both get events, so Elora's event is 26. Blood Frenzy. All units get +1 to attack in melee and earn D3 XP when knocking out enemies in melee until the end of the round. Alright, well that's actually pretty good. +1 melee, 1d3 XP for knocking out units. That's incredible. And for our fucking wizard friend, for Chavel's company, he gets 21. Unsafe ladders. Oh, fuck. That's exactly what they don't want, because they very much want to try and... Oh, no. Okay, so till the end of the round, they've got a chance of falling. They might not be able to make that climb. I don't think they're going to be able to make that climb this round anyway, so it's probably fine. Thing is, I've only got the one unit that can do melee. Shit. Well, I want him to get this XP before anything, so he's just going to charge this guy who's going to be taken off the table because he's stunned. And then he's going to consolidate back to here so that he's got some cover. From that fucking archer. I'm going to count him as having fought, but he also gets 1d3 experience. He gets 1 experience, which is fair. He just knocked out a... So this is Sorel, yeah? One XP, 1d3. This is round 3. All right, that's... There's only 2 models left on Litwin Scouts to roll for, but we do have a bloody crossbowman left, so he's going to attack the Guardian, Adana, hitting on a 5. 1, he misses, so Adana is going to shoot back. 2 shots. She hits on 4s, I think. Yep, she does hit on 4s. Hang on, yeah. She hits on 4s, so he's going to take 1 wound, which he fails. So he's got to make a wound roll. So on a 5, because he's only got the 1 wound, he is status knockdown. Stunned. He is stunned. So let me mark. He is... Whoop. He fired. She fired back. So Dana's the one on the ground here. And we're looking at these guys. How do I talk about the overhang? There is a ladder at the back. I'm going to let them just climb up But they're not going to be able to do it this round because they don't have enough movement. That's an activation. So, Harel is going to shoot at Chavel. Is very well within range. He's going to take one shot. So, Harel the Lone Watcher has... he's a Sergeant too. Shit, what does that do? Rapid, +1. So I get Precise, which is the plus AP2. What does Sergeant do? I forgot about that he had that rule. One model gets +1 to hit when shooting or in melee. Pick one. Of course he's picking shooting. That could have changed the outcome of a few rolls if I had have remembered that, but I didn't. So, oh well. Too bad, so sad. He's going to hit on a 2. Apparently. Hitting Sorel on a 2 with an AP2, single AP2 shot. 4. So he hits. So Chavel has to make a save. Champion defense for AP2. So he is saving on a 6. Which he doesn't make, so he takes 1 wound. Okay, that is going to end... Oh, no. Chavel also gets a turn. And he's also only going to be able to run up here. So on the next turn, they are going to be able to take that objective. Or at least contest it. Now, so we have seen... I just need to make sure I have... Sorel gets 1 XP. Kills Spearman unit. Okay, so none of the objectives are going to change hands just yet. No one is making morale checks this round because no one's quite down to half. I believe... Yeah, no one's quite down to half yet. So the only thing to do is score objectives. So... The Litwin Scouts. Take no prisoners. They're not going to make. So they're just going to discard that. Delve deep. I'm very close to being able to score, but I'm not sure that I want to now. Cut them down. I can score now, I think, for 1 victory point. Where is it? Hang on. What did I say it was? 53? Destroy one enemy unit. Destroy 3 or more enemy units. I might be able to get 2 victory points out of that if I hold on to it. Whereas Delve Deep, which is 42... So we're about to go into round 4. I don't know. I think I'm just going to... I'm going to cut them down to get 1 victory point for a total of 3 victory points. Chavel's Troupe is going to hold on to Terrify. Hold on to seize 3 and hold 3. And we're going to leave it at that for them. And I think that that's probably doable because it looks like hold 3, seize 3, Terrify. Okay. Yeah, that's the end of round 3. This could really go either way at this point. Like Litwin Scouts is ahead, but only by 1, and that's not going to last. However, their Litwin Scouts are down several models. They're down 1 unit. They're down 1 whole unit, I guess, but they are down their hero, where Chavel's got 2 heroes on the board. So I'm not sure how we're going to deal with this wizard. But yeah, this is going to be a close match. So let's move on to round 4. So starting off round 4, we do start with the Litwin Scouts. And so I think that the thing to do is just to charge the wizard. Charge the wizard and pray. So Sorel, where are we looking? Sorel the warrior hits on 4s with 2 attacks. Let's hang on. Let's get rid of everything. Oh, first hang on. I'm skipping some things. That is what we're going to do. So I'm not going to move the model back. But first of all, let's roll for random encounters for Litwin Scouts and Chavel. No random encounters. But we need to get... draw 2 more cards for Chavel. Not for Chavel, for Litwin. 3. So 33, which is hold 3. Oh, fuck. 1, 4. Okay. So 33, hold 3, which is the one that is in contention so much. And was that 14 or was that 24? I can't remember. C's 4. It was C's 4. It was 14. Now, Chavel needs 1 more. 43. which is hold the line. Which is... hold the line, which is unlikely for them to... Oh, I couldn't have asked for some better rolls with that, though. This objective point is everything now. It is currently held by Litwin, but she needs to hold it until the end of the round. If they can hold on to it at the end of the round, then they will win. End of story. But if these guys can seize it, then... if these guys manage to seize it, then we'll actually go into a round 5. Probably. However, over here, we're going to do something... trying to do something about this wizard. So, hitting on 4s. 2 hits. Now... the wizard has a defensive 6. So he's not going to... he could do... oh, okay. So 1 wound. And you have to go back. And we need to mark you... oh, hang on. Is the wizard... the wizard is going to fight back. Because the wizard can, and why not? Wizard hits on 5s. And he's only got the 1 attack, yeah? 1 attack hits on 5s. That's not what I wanted at all. 1 attack hits on 5s. So it's a 6, it hits. So he's got to save on a... what was his save? Save was a 5. So checking his regeneration. Ooh, he's not regenerating that. He takes a wound. He is stunned. We're going to roll to push him back, which we fail. Oh, hang on. He already had 2 wounds. No, he's still stunned. He is still stunned. And his regeneration is gone. No, where'd he go? He's stunned. His regeneration is gone. Okay. The next thing to do is for Chavel to move up here. He's going to climb up the roof and stand in between the objective and the 2 scouts and the 2 bowmen with yeah, 3. Is he? Is he though? No, he's going to come up here and attack, specifically the Lone Watcher, Harel. So he has 3 attacks, AP2, quality of 3. Okay, only 1 hit. AP2 though, so that's probably 5 up hit. Oh. Oh, he's taking that wound. The Lone Watcher, does have a defensive 6 anyway. So yeah, he's taking a wound. He might be stunned. No, he's out. He's just knocked out. And then Chavel is going to retreat 3 inches back up here, as per the consolidate rules for winning a melee. I think that's probably it for Litwin Scouts. So Litwin Scouts have 1 model left on the board. So she's just going to fire 2 shots at Chavel. One of them hits. I think only one of them hits because she's got, yeah, 1 hit, and he saves on probably a 4. He saves on a 4, so he is fine. And these guys are going to come up and take a couple of swings at her. Hitting on 5s. 2 6s. She saves on, I think her saves are okay. I think Litwin Scouts are done. Yeah. She saves on a 6. So she's got 1. She takes 1 wound. So she is stunned. They're just going to retreat 1 inch. And that's actually all units. Oh, this guy stands up. That's all units have now activated. So we are at the end of round 4 and the end of the game. This objective will be seized. Objective 3 will be seized. No one cares about this objective because it's not going to score them points. So at this juncture, the game is over. Oh, hang on. You fail your morale test. And you fail your morale test because you are both stunned. So the Litwin Scouts have no more units left on the board. And we just need to go into scoring. So, Litwin Scouts did not hold 3. They did not hold 4. They did not seize 4. And they did not delve deep. They were very close to delving deep. But then you... No, yeah, he didn't move. So they were 1 inch away from delving deep, but then I think that you need to finish the turn in that in the objective. And given that they failed the morale test, that doesn't count. So they don't get to score any more objectives. Furthermore, the honor... Oh, you know what? If I had been thinking about it, I could have stopped them from scoring that, but they will actually get that because their deployment zone is this line here. That was 12 inches, and their units are not inside it. So they are out. Whoa. Oh, dear. Now, no other units got knocked out for the Litwin Scouts. Chavel's Troupe. What did Chavel's Troupe do? I forgot to cast a spell. Lucius forgot to cast a spell. So they're going to fail that. In fact, did Lucius activate? Yeah, Lucius didn't activate. Lucius would have gotten to activate, so he's going to cast that stupid easy spell that he can cast. Wild Form. So on a 3, this guy gets a +1. Oh. Okay. So, special objectives. At least one attempt to cast per round. So Lucius failed to cast a spell on round 4. Failed to cast Wild Form. But he did it. He did make the attempt, so they will succeed. I'll better mark this as success for Litwin. Terrify. They can... 2 units did, so they can score that for 1. They seized 3, so they can score that for 1. We're going to go seize 3. And that is it. Now, the other thing that happened was Chavel killed Harel. Chavel killed Harel on round 4, which is why they started taking the things. So that's... Well, they knocked out Harel. They didn't kill him. We need to see if they've died. We have to roll casualties. But for the moment, that's everything to do there. Chavel also won the game. And so he is going to score. So we're going to say, even though they've got equal victory points, just check the rules. If there is no clear winner, the game continues on to the next round until there is a clear winner. But there's no... Hang on. Playing the game. Victory conditions. The game ends after 4 rounds and that player has scored the most points. It doesn't say anything... Oh, there are different game types. Okay, Battle of Wits and Total Domination. I think we're playing a Battle of Wits. But, you know, there's no... At the beginning of each round, yeah, I think that... Okay, the game ends after 4 rounds, and the player that scored the most points wins. Because they have equal number of points at the end of round 4, we go into round 5. Litwin Scouts are off the board. So they get to... I'm not going to draw new things. But they will, on round 5, score 2 points for holding 3. Even though there's nothing to hold them against because the troops are over. So we'll call that a win. Based on the cards that they've got. Because I think that's the technicality there. So, they have won the game. They have gotten 7 points. Which means that Elora loses mission 3. She loses mission 3 with 3 victory points. And she gains thing. She's also going to mission 3 honor. Get another 10 points for honor. 10 points to spend for honor, which will be good for her. Chavel's Troupe, however, game 2 loss. Game 3 win for... How many victory points did you get? 7. 7 victory points, 10 XP, and succeeded at casting. Game 3. Casting for another 10. So, what is next? Next is check for casualties. Okay. So, Elora. Elora Litwin. How do you fare? 5. 5 for a hero unit is traumatized. No, wait, hang on. Follow the same rules as above. However, on a 1, it becomes 5 points cheaper and gets an injury trait. So I don't get so it's recovered. So Elora recovered. Harel is next on the list. Oh no! Dead. Shit. That is not good, because he was one of their most expensive troops. At 40 points. Oh no, she's not doing well at all. So Athris was next. 2 is recovered. Sorel and Adana count as routed. Chavel's Troupe only had the spearmen take a full unit of casualties, and they are recovered. Everyone else survived. Okay, so XP gain. Earning experience. Surviving a mission. Everyone gets 1 experience. Sorel killed a spearman unit, so he gets 3 experience because he also got 1 experience from Blood Frenzy. Sorel, the warrior, has 3 experience, so he will level up. So he gets to... so it becomes 5 points more expensive. So where are you? Warrior is now worth 25 points. And he's got to roll a d6. 2. Headstrong. Gets +1 to rolls when making morale tests. And he has 6 experience. He gains Headstrong. The other units, no other units gain any other experience. And Harel is dead. So that's not good. Terrify. Hold the... Okay, so Chavel. Chavel's Troupe. Everyone gains 1 experience for surviving. In fact, Harel's dead. Harel does not gain any experience. Now, Lucius killed Elora Litwin. So Lucius gets 3 experience. The crossbowmen, the marksman, killed Atheris. And Chavel killed Harel, and actually did kill Harel. So those were the 3 units that got knocked out. So the champion will gain not enough experience to level up. In fact, no one's going to gain enough experience. Oh, hang on. The marksman will level up. So they are going to get 5 elite. They may re-roll 1 die of any kind once per round. Oh, okay. And with that, I mean, I'll go and 3, 4, 3. Spearman is now 4. Infantryman is now 4. And marksman is 5. And they now have elite marksman. Why did elite 1 reroll per round. And they are now worth... I have to make sure, but I think that they're now worth 40. So just update my tables. I'm going to take the Lone Watcher out. I'm just going to separate it for the moment because that is going to change a few things. The Lone Watcher Harel is dead. However, while he's dead, he still counts to their fucking point cost, because that's how this game works. So the Litwin Scouts are a lot worse off at the end of this. With Chavel's Troupe and the Litwin Scouts having now played 3 games. The Litwin Scouts have gone down from 4 points to 3.6 points in the final scores because they haven't made up enough victory points to increase their scores. And Chavel's Troupe have gone from 5.5 to 6 points in the final score, cementing their victory a little bit. It's probably a little bit early to say that because Clara's Horde and the Autumn expansion could still catch up, but they would be looking at having to get 10 whole victory points in the next game to catch up in round 3. But it's not an insurmountable challenge because there are 5 missions to this tournament. So that brings us to the end of Game 5, or Game 1 of Round 3. Or Game 1 of Round 3? Yeah, Game 1 of Round 3. So I hope you've enjoyed this. we're halfway through, and I'll see you in the next game for the next tournament. Have a good one.